Good evening, wonderful family. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thank you for always stopping by. In today's video, I want to share with us a very simple technique you can use to know your purpose of creation. So many people have been asking me to make a video on that. I've done so many videos you can use to know why God created you. But I want to share with us another recipe, another simple one you can use to know your purpose of creation. I keep getting that question every day. Madam, how do I know why God created me, my purpose of creation, my calling, what God told me to come and do in this world? It's good to know your purpose of creation. Once you discover your purpose of creation, you will enjoy this life. Nothing will be difficult for you again. Poverty will be far away from you. Sickness will be far away from you. Things that you find difficult to achieve will come to you easily. Okay, there are so many people that have this spiritual calling, but they are afraid of taking up the challenge. It's not an easy challenge. Yes, it's not an easy one. There are a lot of things that comes with it. The challenges that come with it is too much. When I mean too much, too much. Sometimes I stay out of my children, I stay out of my husband, I stay out of my family because I want to do a particular spiritual work. So these are the things that when some of us see, they will be running away from their spiritual calling. At the end of the day, it will frustrate you until you accept it. And there are some people that don't have that spiritual calling, but because of they feel that there is money in it, they want to force themselves into it. You see them, you see the kind of life they live. Okay, so I want my this the purpose of making this video is for everybody to discover his or her purpose of creation. There are some people that is meant to be doctors, but because they have phobia for blood, or they don't like seeing sick people, you see them going to study another thing and they will not make it in that their career, even when they come out with the best grade in the whole world. You see somebody that don't have that don't have calling to be a medical doctor because the parents have money to sponsor him to study medicine. You see him, he will come out and start misbehaving, and before you know it, his license will be seized. There are many people like that. Or there are people that their parents have money to pay for the admission, like some schools in Nigeria, you have to pay for the admission even when you're not qualified. But because maybe your father have contact to bribe you in, you see the way that child will just misbehave in the medical school and come out without achieving anything. So when you know your purpose of creation, life will be so easy for you. There are people that their own purpose of creation is to be teachers. And when you're opportune to come in contact with those teachers, you know that there is something actually different from them. When they talk to you as a teacher, you understand. Even when the child is finding it difficult to learn, once that teacher lectures that child, you see that child will pick up. I have one teacher like that in my child's school. If they have any difficult child, any child that find it difficult to learn, and that teacher handles that child for a term, if that child did not perform well or change, upgrade, you know that that child needs to, if the child is in, they need to repeat that class for that child. The teacher is as good at that. In as much as she's an old woman, they just employ that for that purpose. So there are people with that gift. So yeah, this recipe is to tell you your gifts, the gift God gave to you in this world. Everybody, God destined everybody with different gifts. Okay, so I want to show us what you would do to know your purpose of creation. Once you do this, God will show you either through dream, or God must connect you to that person that will direct you to get into the promised land. I know some of you that come to me, they have spiritual calling, and when I ask them one or two questions, you see them, they don't know anything about it. Nobody will teach you spiritual work. That is one thing you don't know. I hear people go and tell me that they want to come and learn spiritual work from my hand. I didn't learn from anybody. That is the thing. I don't know how to say it. I came to this world with as a child. I follow my great grandma to do this work. So I didn't learn it from anybody. There's some words that somebody will bring to me. I may be thinking of a method to do it. I'll get exactly how to do that spiritual work. Sometimes they will even call something that I don't even know. I'll go to the spiritual market where I buy my things. I ask them, is there anything like that? Because they will show it to me in the dream. Once I mention the name, when they bring it, I will see the picture of what I saw in the dream. So that is another thing altogether. So when you have your spiritual calling or whatever calling you have, God will always direct you. God will always show you way. It's not something you brag or something you buy or whatever. Although people go to learn it from what I learned from a story I read online. Okay, so I'm not here to criticize anybody. Go ahead and learn it. There is a, since it's not a plaintiff's job, go ahead and learn, no problem. So what you are going to do for you to know your purpose of creation, whether you are called to be a nurse, a doctor, a spiritualist, a teacher, a lawyer, a mechanic. There are some people that their calling is to be a mechanic, and once they touch your car, your car will be okay, even when you've taken it all the whole mechanics in the world. Once they just touch one small thing, your car will be perfect. Okay, so when you see those people that they are destined to be engineers, maybe because they don't have money to go to school, you will know. Okay, so what you're going to do, look for this shell. It's called Akaraka in my language. I don't know whether you can see it. This is it. This is Akaraka. Okay, yes, this is it. I'm going to snap it and put it in my community so that those that will want it, okay, on my thumbnail, I will try and snap it and put on my thumbnail, okay, or on my community tab so that you can see it. Okay, if you can access it, it has a hole. Please get it. You're going to get four of it, 4 pieces of it. Put it under your pillow every night. When you put it, tell God, I want to know your purpose of creation. If your destiny has been tampered, because some people's destiny has been tampered, they will not be walking about in the world. If your destiny has been tampered, God will show you through dream. If your destiny is still intact, God will show you through dream. Your purpose of creation, if you're not in the right field and you feel you're not comfortable in the field you are, tell God to direct your footsteps. Tell God to take you to that promised land which He created you. Tell God to direct you to the place you go and be happy in your life, where you go and you make the kind of money, the kind of good health you want in life. There are some people that are doing what that is not what they're supposed to, but because of the condition of things, they are doing it. Tell God to open your ways, direct you aright. You will don't be surprised that person that is going to lead you or direct you to the way or the place God created you will just come from nowhere, and you see you don't know how God does his thing. That person will just direct you, and once the person directs you, you will not be in contact with that person again. There are people like that. Once they just do that purpose of creating you, or when God just show them to direct you, they will direct you, and you will miss contact with the person. It's not say the person is a ghost, just because the God just created that person to come and put you aright, to come and straighten your way. So just put this Akaraka, it's called Akaraka in my language, under your pillow every day. Tell God to show you everything you need to know about your life, about your calling, about your spiritual calling, about your health calling, about anything. If you're sick and you want to actually know the cause of that sickness, whether it's spiritual or physical, you can equally use this. Put it under your pillow. You will see how God is going to show you everything. Is your business not doing well? I feel that somebody is responsible for it. Just put this Akaraka under your pillow. Tell God to show you everything you need to know about that particular thing. By the grace of God, you will see God in action. You will see God showing you through dreams. Just try out this recipe and come back for your testimony. I've come to the end of today's video. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Good night.